Traffic was a nuisance. Finally made it home. It's quiet and I'm alone. Peace at last. My soul can rest. The day is done. Wake up, have another one. I can feel again. Been working to the bone. Truth is, I'll make it. Gratify my working soul. I can feel again. Been working to the bone. Truth is, I'll make it. Gratify my working soul. I can feel again. Been working to the bone. Truth is, I'll make it. Gratify my working soul.
Alrighty, what is going on? Let's see. Kill the music, switch over to this camera. Hello, hello. It is a light week. Yeah, decided to throw some of your stuff on there. I want some different music. I want some different stuff, and I wish I knew more like local bands and stuff, that if I could have like an ongoing playlist. Actually, I'd have to mess with maybe during some streams we could even have like some music playing, but I need to mess with the settings first before I just do that in a stream, because it's such a hassle to get it at that right level where you can still hear everything, and or you just have it too low. It's like, is there music on? What is that noise in the background? So like I'll have to mess with that some more in my free time. But yeah. Not a heavy week. Now, okay, I'm gonna show you a bunch of books here. But so I mean, that's still a lot of books. But these are pretty much all cover buys for me. Minus there is some stuff in there that Chris is reading, but I only read one book today. Now, granted, there is another book. There's like 2 or 3 books that I'm behind on, and I didn't feel like finding the other ones and whatever. So there's some to be read books, but mostly, and like I said, some of it's Chris's stuff. I love heavy, but not heavy weeks. Yeah, last week was bad. Last week was a bad week. Like, as far as like, I spent a lot of money and bought a lot of books, and there was just a lot. This week, not too bad. I also have, I've been getting bad. I got a bad habit of when I would buy just a little extra fun books, I would just like set them somewhere, put them in a box or something. I haven't been showing them off on the channel, so I found a stack. Well, not a stack. It wasn't really all together. I found just some books in different stacks and different things going on that I don't think I've shown off on the channel. Maybe some of them I have shown off. Maybe all of them I've shown off. I don't think I've shown these though. So once I'm done with the new books of the week, I'll show those off too. Since this shouldn't take me too long, because I won't really be talking a lot. Last week was a lot. This week was it a change for me? I added cover by. Yeah. I noticed that book will be in here. So we'll start. It's a great cover though. It's a great cover. So starting off here, we have Punisher number 11, and this is the B variant. Just an amazing story. I love this. This is such a good read. Every single issue, absolutely amazing. They are killing it with Punisher. It's awesome. If you're not reading Punisher, you definitely. It's super violent, super bloody. But you get like this emotional story with Frank's wife Maria, and you get a lot of background of a young Frank Castle and kind of everything that's formed him into the Punisher, and it is super cool, very interesting, always an absolute blast to read. And then here's that cover by you were talking about. Now granted, this is a series I got behind on. I need to read. I enjoyed what I've read so far, and I was decently far into it from what I can remember. But we have She-Hulk number 12. This is the Ji-Young Lee cover. I'm so very happy that Ji-Young Lee is back doing variant covers. I've only seen Marvel. I'm trying to remember if he even did DC books and other things back before. But he's taken it's been at least a year off of doing other variant covers because he's been working on his own book. But yeah, he's now he's back, and this actually no his first one. This isn't his first. I think it's the first one that was announced, or at least that I saw. But that's right. His Scarlet Witch came out last week or the week before. But anyway, that She-Hulk, super gorgeous. Very happy to have that one. This one is the A cover, the Bartel variant, or not variant. It's just the A cover, but it's the Bartel cover. Super nice as always. Hey, what's up, Kenneth? Oh, I need to do this real quick. Okay, there we go. Oh god, change it. Probably gonna start that series after stream. I keep saying that, but I'm pulling out the box right now. It is so good. I assume you're talking about Punisher. I probably didn't read that when you typed it in. But yeah, Punisher is awesome. Crap, I keep clicking all the wrong buttons. All right. And then one more variant here. This is what's his name? Gleason. This is the Gleason variant. Kind of a fun little twist / homage of the Hulk Annual 1, the Atlas cover, but super fun. I'm not a huge Gleason fan. I think he's a little overrated a lot of the times. I wasn't a big fan of the web head variants. I think they're okay, but people freaked out over them. And not to say you're not allowed to like whatever, but to me everybody was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. I was like, they're fine, but this I really like. This I think is super fun, real creative idea, and yeah, just a lot of fun. I like it. What's up, Xbox Gamer? Something that is a beautiful Lee cover on She-Hulk. I dropped at issue 4. Wasn't for me. It was a different read. It definitely wasn't for everybody. It was a slice of life superhero story. But I think the dialogue was all written very well, and I enjoyed it. It was very different. Now, like I said, I am behind on it. Actually, I left off right when some action was starting. It was the first action in the series, and it was a good way into it. But it was one of those weeks where I had a million things going on, and I just didn't read a bunch of books that week, I'm sure. But yeah, that being said, even though I think it's written really well and everything, not everybody's into slice of life stuff, so I totally get it. It was super cool though, I thought. Gotta have a variant from a Walmart pack, and like I said, I think they're cool. I think the best one's the Carnage one, so I picked up that one. I don't even think I picked up the first one. I remember, and it's kind of funny. Now, granted, there's a lot of things I wish I picked up because, like, at the very least, I could have resold them, you know, and they like use that money for something else. But because I remember, you know, picking up Department of Truth and looking at it, like, nah, I don't want it, and setting it back down the shelf. The Webhead variant, Stray Dogs, you know, there's a bunch of things that I pick up because I put the comics out each week, you know. And, you know, so there's a bunch of things I end up picking up, and then I set them down. I'm like, yeah, I don't care, I don't want them. And then, you know, they skyrocket and whatever. But, yeah, I don't think I picked up the first one. Like I said, the only one I really know that I have for sure is the Carnage one. It was a Carnage Black, White, and Blood, and that one was really cool looking. And then up next, so again, Chris isn't feeling well today, so he's asleep, I think. But we have Avengers Assemble Omega. And this is the final issue of wrapping up Jason Aaron's Avengers Forever, and Avengers Assemble, all that tying together. You know, it's a thicker issue. It's like, what, a $7 or $8 issue. I don't know if it was that thick, but it's a pretty thick issue. But unfortunately, had to buy 2 of those. So that one's Chris's reader copy, and then had to get, you know, the Alex Ross one. So anybody collecting the timeless ones, you got a $7.99er in your stack this week. Pretty cool. I don't know if I like the green. I don't know. What do y'all think about the big green? I think it's kind of like fun. It's kind of dynamic, but then I'm looking at it and I'm like, but I kind of wish it wasn't there. So, I don't know. Spy X Family. I didn't think I was going to like, because it was described as a slice of life, but much more fun. Spies, Assassin, and funny, wholesome family moments. Yeah, that's one I've never started. I've heard good things about it, but Stray Dogs, I'm kicking myself over. So much missed out on. Could have gotten most of those covers. Yeah, the only one I do have on Stray Dogs is, I think it's a #1 4th printing. It is the Thing, the movie The Thing, not the Marvel's The Thing, the horror movie John Carpenter's The Thing homage. And that's just because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I was like, all right, I'll get that one. Oof, 79 G's Marvel. Yeah, go home. Yeah. Well, you know, they put it on, like I said, that big Avengers finale. Which, granted, like I said, I mean that's wrapping up like 70 or so issues of comics. No, it's gotta be more. Roughly 70. Maybe it's like 75 issues all together. 75 issue story. This is the ending of all that. So it is a big one. Up next, we have another timeless. We have Red Goblin #3. This is Sandman. And again, I've been talking about these timeless ones each week. So, like, you know, put a Spider-Man villain on a Spider-Man adjacent book. Okay, you know, that's fine. Oh, is this one? This one's Avengers. Get Galactus. That one's fine. Not too bad. Let's see, what is this one? This is Warlock Rebirth, #1, so it's a new book. I didn't read it. I don't know. If people say it's good, I might go back and give it a read, but I just wasn't too interested. But anyway, it has Thanos on it. Warlock, Thanos, sure. That's close enough. That works. But some of them, man, just very, very odd choices. But Galactus could have went on the Fantastic Four book. That is true. They got Annihilus, which is also a good fit. So, yeah. But I feel like, yeah, because if you're going to go between those two, like, let's probably put Galactus on Avengers, rather. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man 24. We got Vulture. And it wouldn't have been $7.99. Yeah, but then something else probably would have went on Avengers. So, anyway, so here's Vulture on Amazing Spider-Man #24. And that's not too many. What was that, just 4? Not too many, but one of them $7.99, so it's kind of like 5, really. In the pocket, anyway. But yeah, so those are the timeless variants. This one I need to go back. I don't remember if I ever got this first issue. It just doesn't seem familiar. But, you know, I pick up so many books, I'm bound to forget something. So we have Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures, The Nameless Terror. This is issue #2. Really nice cover. Like, it's got a good hardstock kind of gloss on it. It is Dark Horse, though, I guess. I was going to say kind of unusual for a Marvel book, but I was like, it's Dark Horse book. But yeah, really nice paper quality on that for those that care about paper quality. And then this is one Chris is reading. I don't know. Chris says it's good. I may go back and reread it. But anyway, I have Star Wars Yoda issue number 6. There's a Tiger Man there, so that's kind of fun. And then this is issue 3. I don't think I didn't read the first issue. I think Chris only read the first issue and said it was boring. But Sana Staros. This is a Jen Bartel cover though, so Chris collects the Bartel covers. As basic as the Vulture is in that, the composition is amazing. The preview, I wasn't excited about it, but now that I've seen it bigger, it looks great. Yeah, I like all the timeless stuff. I mean, that, obviously, obviously, I'm picking them up. This next one is the next 2 aren't for me. I pick up some Catwoman variants sometimes for Echo, so I'm gonna send that to Echo. It's an awesome Sway. I love Sway's work. Like, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Yeah, really, really sweet. So that one, and then we picked up. They did a second printing, which is I find kind of odd, but a second printing of this. What book is this? 357. Of a 357 blank, though, they did a second printing, which I thought is kind of strange, but the demand was there, I guess. That was, to my knowledge, the first time, because it got kind of pricey, the first time they ever put this old school Batman logo on a blank cover. So I think people were going kind of nutty for him. So I picked up one more. So I don't know if this actually looks any different than the other blank cover. I'll have to dig that one out and see. But yeah, I mean, it's an awesome trade dress. So I think there's gonna be tons of people that these. I think these will be like, unless they keep making more blank Batman old school trade dress things, which they might, because like I know they're doing one for 181 First Poison Ivy. That one's coming out soon, and I'm gonna get multiples of those. But yeah, I don't know. Unless they just like oversaturate the market with them, like I could see like this one actually, 5 years down the line being worth quite a bit of money, just because people will want a sketch cover done and they'll want it on that awesome old school trade dress. And then here's some covers Chris picked up. This is a Jeff Deacle variant of Wonder Woman 798. Pretty cool cover. We are missing one, the Tony Daniel variant. We got shorted. They gave us a Batgirls instead of the Tony Daniel variant, so that should hopefully be in like a week or two. But then we also have the Joelle Jones, I guess, which is a pretty fun one. I like that. It's pretty interesting. The Tony Daniel one's really nice though too, so we'll get that in eventually. And then I have one indie book. This is one I don't think I'm caught up on. It's one of those things like I don't remember reading the last one. You like the Jones one more? Yeah, I do like the Jones. It's a very interesting concept the way they did it. Anyway, what number is this even? I think it's issue 5. Where are you, number? Yeah, issue 5. So this is the B cover of Hitomi, number 5. I'm a sucker for like Japanese art and samurai stories and stuff, so but I was kind of reading it and I was just like, it's okay. So I can't remember if I'm caught up on this. I might even try to read it later tonight, but I was actually just chilling. I was like, I don't have books I read Punisher and I was just chilling. I was kind of hanging out in another person's live stream and just hanging out, just vibing. This. And then, like I said, I also have just some other random pickups. Hopefully I haven't showed them off before, but if I did, maybe you didn't see them. Maybe you weren't there for that stream or whatever. So this is something Chris picked up. It is an amalgam comic. It's the fusion between Storm and Wonder Woman standing on top of Pride Rock, being as extra as all possible. Forgot to ask on the Sunday stream, in simple terms, how do I know if I have a print error copy of World Tree? I don't know. I need to look more into that. I heard some people were saying, let me see if I can find it on, if Key Collector has any better information. Some people were saying it was just the A copies. The email, unless Shay read it wrong, the email Shay got from Diamond said that all copies were errors. But I heard some people that were saying it was the A covers because they were printed too dark, which it was a really dark cover. So, like, that to me made sense, but I don't know. Let's see. And see, this is what I saw. I saw something saying that it was just the 1 in 25 variant that was printed too dark. Hi there, Warlord. What's going on? So I don't know. Let's see. Recalled due to printing error. Cover too dark. Okay, so maybe. Okay, and this one also says the A cover. So maybe it was the A cover and the 1 in 25 cover. And in that case, you just. I mean, they were all like that. So yeah, you got one. We should be getting the new revised copies sometime soon. But anyway, so yeah, just some again, just showing off random things now. Like I said, Storm and Wonder Woman on top of Pride Rock, Amalgam comic, just something random Chris picked up. These I think I did show off before. I'm pretty positive, but in case I didn't, I picked up some more of these. I got one somewhere. I need to find one. So in like a couple weeks or 2 or 3 weeks now, I'm going to be going to IndieCon, and there's going to be a bunch of Star Wars Clone Wars voice actors, and so I'm going to get D. Bradley Baker, the guy that voices all the clones, including all the Bad Batch, to sign on here. I'm thinking top right corner, and I actually have 3 copies, and if I find the other one, I have a 4th copy, and I'll see if I can get them all signed. Obviously, that'll start to get pricey, and I'm already going to be getting, I have a Clone Wars one I'm going to be getting 6 signatures on. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to go too crazy. I really do love his voice work as an amateur voice over artist myself. His work is just crazy good. It's so incredible. He can play a show that is multiple characters that is almost entirely him, and you watch the show and like everybody just sounds completely different, and they sound like their own characters. While especially in Bad Batch, they sound very, very different. But even watching like Clone Wars and stuff, and you can watch a clip of any particular clone, and just the way that the little nuances in his voice, the way that he speaks with a particular character is like, oh no, that's so and so or this and that, like it's wild to me that he has the same voice, but it's just like he carries himself differently as these different characters. You can do laser sounds. Yeah, so like I mean he's crazy cool. So I wouldn't mind getting those signed, and maybe hopefully sharing my Star Wars passion with some other people at some point. I don't know if I do plan on. I'm figuring out in my head, but membership things next month. The plan is next month we're gonna do an overhaul, and the basic idea is I'm gonna have a short box with some goodies in there, and it'll vary. But I'll show like some of the better stuff in the box, and I'm still figuring out the details. But I'm thinking like this is like one rough idea. Like maybe each month I pick a winner out of the channel members, and we'll pick 3 random books out of the box, and I'll send them to you. Or if you're here local, I'll just hand them to you. But that's kind of my rough idea right now. I think that's what I like, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I think that's what I'm going with. And then maybe something like that, a signed, what is this, Darth Vader 23 can go in there eventually one day, maybe something like that. The thing is, I was like, I'm so passionate about my love of Star Wars in general, but like Clone Wars, and I love Bad Batch and all that. Like I really want this to go to someone who cares as much as I do, like that's how much I care. Like I want to make sure that someone will get that book that really, really appreciates it. You can always hand me books. Well, I mean, if you win, you're a channel member, so it is definitely a possibility. So I'm gonna try to get it all figured out. Make sure I get, because I get very, I don't know what the word is, but like I try not to make a decision until I'm like dead set on it. And that's why like I don't mind like saying like here's what I'm thinking, but it's not necessarily what's going to happen. Because like once you make a decision, you're kind of stuck with it. Now, granted, you can change things later and be like, I changed my mind, you know. But like, I like to, when I say something's going to happen, I like for it to be that way. If as much as I have control of it, you know, I know things happen and things change, and sometimes you don't realize the full effect of something until you actually just do it. But anyway, so another cool thing I picked up, we marked at our shop, we marked down a bunch of our variants to just like our ratio variants and stuff to $5, and we took that box to a convention that we did. Which one was that? Lexington? Yeah, we took it to Lexington. Anyway, so I picked out a few of them that I kind of wanted, but I was like, I don't want to spend too much on it. But we marked it down to $5. So this is, what number is this? Invincible Iron Man number 4. This is an Art Adams variant, and I love Art Adams. And it's just $4 or $5. So, been a pretty interesting read as well. So picked up that one. This is Thor 31. This was, this was a strange one. So this is the Dodderman. I don't know what these are called, like through the ages, through the decades. I don't know. Something is kind of what I've mentally been calling them. I don't know what they're really called. Is that box cleared out? It's somewhere in storage. We took it to the convention, and I don't know where it is now. We were looking for it the other day, and it's like, I guess it's in storage. I don't know what we did with it. But anyway, so Dodderman did a whole bunch of these covers. But for whatever reason, this is the 1 in 25 variant for Thor 31. That was tough. That was tough. But anyway, so I've been picking up all of them. Like, I really like these Dodderman. I love Dodderman's work anyway. But I just think it's a super neat idea. You get to see all the different types of Thors, or whoever, you know, whatever character it is in the book. Super awesome, creative idea that is a lot of work. Like, you're committing yourself to be like, oh, each one of these I do have to draw a lot of things. And now granted, I guess, you know, at least your pose is kind of easily settled. But yeah, Dodderman does just amazing work. But anyway, so I was upset when this one came out, and I didn't want to spend a ton on it because I don't love it that much, you know what I mean? But I do like collecting, you know, some cover groupings. I don't know what you want to call it, but you know, like I said, whatever they were, the I call them through the ages. I don't know. I had been collecting those. I thought it was a pretty cool little run, and then that one for no reason was a 125, but I ended up getting it. Another one here, we have Invincible Iron Man number 1, the 1 in 25. I don't know the artist on this one, but I'm a huge Iron Man fan, and that thing's just sick looking. And for $5, I couldn't say no. Super, super fun. Another one we grabbed here was Vanish number 4. This is I think it's a 1 per store foil. God, I have too many lights on in this room for a foil cover. This is probably as best as I can show it off. Oh, that didn't help. Anyway, Vanish number 4. Any better far away? Kinda. Maybe there? Kinda. Well, that's kind of a big glare, but at least you can kind of see the picture on it. I don't know. It's fun. Vanish has been a really awesome story, so decided to pick that one up. Then we picked up Daredevil number 9. I think this was a 1 in 25 variant. Pretty cool one. Need to read this series. I read that first issue and then just didn't get around to reading the rest. And then this one actually was a gift, I think, from Terrence to Chris. This is part of a 5-piece set. So it's a Squirrel Girl, and it says Nuts. The full thing, and it is, I don't. What issue number is this? It's number 2. I think it's like a 3rd print or 4th print or something. I think it's the 3rd print one on this one. So each one has a word on it. Well, one has either 3 or 4 exclamation marks on it. I can't remember. But the full set says, eat nuts, kick butts. And then there's exclamation marks. And Chris wants to get them, but they're all like the number 1, I think, is a 4th printing of number 1. And then, like, I think 3 and... maybe 4 and 5 are 2nd print. I don't remember. They're all, like, different printings and stuff on they just decided to throw these out, and they're really, really hard to find. So this is the first one Chris has now to work on that set. I always joke with Chris, it'd be super funny. If it was my choice, I would have to put it to, instead of saying eat nuts, kick butts, it would say eat butts, kick nuts. I think that would be so funny, but Chris isn't as fond of the idea. This is another cool one Chris picked up. This is Wonder Woman 72, and forgive me, I cannot recall the name of the artist, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. This is a little bit of a pricier book. I think maybe the most expensive Wonder Woman book Chris has bought. But I mean, it's a banger cover. It's super, super solid line work there. Yeah, that's a sweet one. And then this is this one I think is a dollar bin book, but some Wonder Woman Rebirth there. Oh no, actually no, this one was from a con. It's got a con sticker on the back, so you paid $10 for it. I was trying to remember. I was like, where did you get this from? Eat butts, kick nuts. The proper way to display those. I think so. I think that'd be hilarious. But that's it. That's it for the haul today. Like I said, not much to read. Very, very light week. I think I would have probably preferred if they split up a little bit of last week's craziness with this week, so we would have had 2 moderate weeks instead of a crazy week and then like a nothing week. Because even though it was kind of nice just to chill and be like, man, I ain't got to rush. I can take my time. Actually, even though like, yeah, because we went to Walgreens, we picked up some stuff. And I came home and I ate some food and I chilled while I ate my food, watched some YouTube. So it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice not to be like, I gotta just throw some food down my esophagus real quick and read as many books as I can before stream starts. And we were actually even late getting out of work. There was a new dude to the shop that was asking like a bajillion questions. And so I don't even know what time we left. We left the shop pretty late. But I think that's all I have for you right now. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any news. Oh, I know my Boba Fett's still here on the desk. I haven't cleared off. I'm being kind of stubborn. I think I'll probably just have to give up here in a little bit. I really want to wait for us to get BCW boxes in. Because all my comics I put in short boxes. I don't believe in long boxes. I don't have anywhere to store long boxes, and they're too damn heavy. I don't believe in long boxes. But anyway, so they're all in short boxes. Now, granted, though, BCW short boxes are a little bit longer. Like, just a little bit, like maybe an inch. But an inch is a lot of comics, and you get that, you get 10 comic boxes stored up. That's 10 inches right there of extra comics. And that doesn't really take up any more space over on which I need to redo the shelves too. That's a whole different thing, but whatever. Yeah, so we don't have BCW boxes in, so part of me is like, I just need to wait until we're like been trying to order them and they've just been out of stock. What's up, Terrence? And the other thing is we're currently out of Comic Pro line bags, so I'm like, do I just wait until we can eventually order those again? Or do we have this other brand, which is pretty similar. But again, I feel like I'm just stubborn. But I don't know, like it's getting pretty bad. Like I was already like slacking. So I feel like I need to get bagging and boarding like really, really badly. Thank you for the Jeffs and the Waffle Dogs in the chat. You like the other brand that I got? Yeah, I haven't used them, but like I opened it up to check them out, and they seem like really nice bags. Again, I'm just stubborn, but I think I will have to break here pretty soon because like it's getting really bad. But anyway, the Boba Fett's still here, but I kind of don't mind it sitting here chilling. It can't stay here forever, but I figure maybe just for a little bit longer, it can stay here on the desk because it's just so freaking cool. Like the new ones, they don't seem much different to me. Honestly, I think they're better. That's how stubborn I am. My shop has been trying to get BCW boxes as well. I wanted one for slabs, and BCW wants $100 for free shipping, and I don't need $150 of cardboard. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, we have slab boxes in, and I think we've recently ordered those, and that wasn't too bad of a problem. But it's just the regular short boxes. Theirs are a little bit longer, and I really like that. Now, granted, I could spend a little bit more money. Some of the decorative boxes are also a little longer, but I just don't care about the decorative boxes because, like, all the art's on the side. Most of them don't even have anything on the end caps, and they're just gonna be, sandwiched in between other boxes. You don't get to see the art. I literally would just be paying all that extra money just to have like an extra inch on the box. And I have to be particular on which ones I buy on those. Which, not that it matters, because I just grab whichever one's longer, because I won't see the art anyway. When you decide to move it, you can place it in my house. I'll have you take some of that burden from you, Terrence. Wait. Okay, you take all the weight of that. I'm confused on what that means. Or unless that was supposed to be for Xbox. Did you misread that, or am I misreading that? Or I don't know what's going on. Since you just showed up last minute, as you typically do, Terrence, I'll show you everything real quick one more time. I thought he meant your comics. I think he's talking about my I think Terrence is talking about my Boba Fett. Yeah. No, eventually he will be going right there where those stacks of comics are. And that's another thing. When I do that, I'm going to have to rearrange my wall again, because I got to put my Star Wars comics behind my Boba Fett. You had a softball game and you won. Awesome. Good to hear. Well, anyway, so that's going to suck. Hopefully I can just move like a few things, but we'll see. I got everything in categories and stuff, so I don't know how easy that's going to be. Anyway, so real quick, stack of random comics first. So here's a Wonder Woman Rebirth, just a random Wonder Woman comic Chris picked up here recently. Wonder Woman 72. This is the priciest one of the bunch. It's bugging me. I can't remember the artist. As soon as, if somebody were to tell me, I'd be like, oh, well, duh, obviously. But super nice cover. Really cool one. The one from you, Terrence. I don't have to show you that one too much unless there's anybody else new. But the nuts cover, and that's kind of grab some random things that maybe I haven't shown off before. This is a 1 in 25. We had some ratio variants that we marked down to $5. So 1 in 25 for Daredevil number 9, I think that is. Yeah, so that's one. Actually, Chris picked that one up. This one's gonna be pretty hard to show. But Vanish number 4. I believe this was a 1 per store. It's a foil, though. Hold on. Oh, maybe right there. Okay. It's not the best angle, but you can kind of see it better. So, there you go. Iron Man number 1. This is the 1 in 25. Pretty freaking sweet cover. This is Thor 30. God, I screwed up really bad the first time. Thor 31. No, there's something else I added to it that was making it even harder. I think I was trying to say 4 Thor 31. Yeah, that was killing me. Or whatever I was trying to say earlier was destroying me. But this is the Dodderman 1 in 25 variant. Super fun. This is the Art Adams 1 in 25 for Iron Man 4. And then I recently picked up, I need to see, theoretically I have one of these somewhere else, but I picked up 3 more of these. This is the first cover appearance of the Bad Batch. I don't think they've actually had an appearance in comics yet, but they are on the cover. I'm going to get D. Bradley Baker, the voice actor of all the clones from Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch and everything, minus the movies. He hasn't done the voices in the movies. But yeah, all the animated clones and everything, and more importantly, like, he's the only person that's done the Bad Batch so far, and probably will always be the only person that does the Bad Batch. But anyway, so I'm gonna get him to sign this. Huge fan of his work, and eventually, definitely one will be for me, and eventually the other ones might be like giveaway things or something. Iron Man 4, Art Adams is nice. And then this is an amalgam comic. It is Storm and Wonder Woman fused, standing dramatically on top of Pride Rock. So a lot going on there in that cover. But yeah, pretty fun one. Random one Chris picked up. And then we'll go through our new books again. I only read one book this week. This one I'm behind on. Hitomi issue, I think it was 5. That's the B variant. Pretty fun cover. We got Wonder Woman 798. Where's Chris? Chris is not feeling well. Chris is asleep, I believe. Another Wonder Woman 798. Terrence, you need to watch the video and tell me what books you want. The store video. I don't think you've messaged yet. This is one you might want. I don't know. So this is a second printing of Batman 357 blank. I don't know if there's any difference. I need to find my other one and see if there's anything different about this, or if it's just a second printing. Doing it as soon as I get home. Gotcha. But anyways, decided to go ahead and pick up another one of these, because why not? Someone will always want this old Batman trade dress. This one I picked up for Echo. This is Catwoman 54. This is a Sway variant. I love Sway's work. It's gorgeous. It's such a good cover. Very, very nice cover. This is Sonostaros 3, a Jen Bartel cover. This is, I think this is the A cover? Yeah, Yoda 6, the A cover, with a Tiger Man. Don't get too many Tiger Man. We have Star Wars High Republic Adventures, the Nameless Terror #2. Then we got our Alex Ross Timeless Villains. We have Spider-Man 24 with the Vulture. And we got then we have Warlock Rebirth #1 with Thanos, which I think is a very sweet one. Probably one of my more favorite ones of the bunch. Are you getting the signed books graded? CGC announced a price increase today. Well, if I ever were to get them graded, which I'll probably at least get one graded for me. I'd have to do CBCS, because neither CBCS or CGC will be at IndieCon, which is where I'll be getting the signatures done. So if I were to get them graded, I'll have to send them into CBCS for verification rather than witnessing. Was a little disappointed. I figured, now granted, I don't think they have a ton of comic people. Probably what most likely will be happening. Hey, what's up, Echo? Most likely what will be happening is like there'll probably be a lot of pop people, but I would think at least, even with Ashley Eckstein, like you're gonna have quite a few people probably getting Clone Wars 1 signed. And I was not the only person I noticed asking if CGC or CBCS was going to be there. Whoops, putting books in the wrong stack. Echo, I just showed off a couple books that I will be sending to you. This, which I think I sent you a picture of that anyway, but I really do love this cover. This one and the She-Hulk Ji-Young Lee kind of fight for best cover in my eyes for this week. And another one of the, well, actually, I don't think I've sent you this the first printing of this one yet, but a second printing came out. This cool old school Batman logo, not for me, but I'm sure somebody will want it. Now I got things all disorganized. What am I doing? Alright, and then we have the Sandman Alex Ross. This is Red Goblin #3. And then we have Avengers Assemble Omega with Galactus. And then Avengers Assemble Omega for Krista Reed. Some really badass covers. Thank you so much. Iconic Sandman. Yeah. I gotta rant a little bit. I have to rant a little bit here in a second. After we get through these. She-Hulk #12. Awesome cover by Gleason. Very fun homage to Hulk Annual 1. But this is a great homage. This is an homage, but taking it, putting a spin on it, making it more fun. Really, making it better for that particular character. Because I'm pretty sure there's also been a She-Hulk doing the whole Atlas thing, holding up the title. But like this one's so much more fun. Super, super cool cover. I love that one. This is the A cover, the Jen Martell cover. Always nice. And then this is the one that fights with the Catwoman, the Sway Catwoman for me, is the Ji-Young Lee She-Hulk. Absolutely gorgeous cover. What are you gonna do at the shop in the morning? When I added the She-Hulk cover, I think there was only one more. I got the She-Hulk cover for you. No, I think we had a few. Are you gonna crown it back? Yeah, we had some more after I pulled that. And Terrence gets all She-Hulk anyway. Love the calves on that She-Hulk, yeah. On this one, I assume you're talking about. Let's see muscle tone on fin presenting characters that are supposed to be muscled. Yeah, for me, because there's different people that like different ways to draw She-Hulk. Like some people like a really muscular She-Hulk, not my thing. Mine is that like I do like a good lean She-Hulk, but like I do like a lean but muscular She-Hulk is pretty nice, and I find that to be a hard one for people to really get. So there's a lot of different ways to draw She-Hulk, and it is pretty interesting to see. There's some people that don't like the skinnier She-Hulks at all, and they just want the super big muscular She-Hulks. Yeah. And vice versa, and whatever, and so like I don't know, it's pretty interesting to me. And then absolutely incredible book, Punisher, number 11. This series is incredible. It is so freaking good, so freaking good. All right, so going back to these Alex Ross timeless variants, and I'll show the Thanos one just because that one's so freaking sweet. So there's some people up at the shop that I work with. The cover's really cool too. This is the B variant on the Punisher one. Pretty sweet, but like, I mean, the cover doesn't even like mean anything to me right now, because like literally, I just think like sometimes when you read a comic, you're like just focused on the art or just focused on the story or mix of both or whatever. Like to me, like none of the art even really matters. The story is so freaking amazing. Like I can't get over it. It is such a good read. But anyway, so some people I work with that don't like Alex Ross, and I will straight off say, nobody has to like any artist. But what's super frustrating with me is that they keep attacking him as an artist, saying his stuff is terrible. And it's just baffling to me. Because you can not like it, but when I have to share a story with my boss. I just have to share a story with my boss. It may be unprofessional, but it blew my mind. It blew my mind. So one of our customers were picking up their pull list, and he gets all the Alex Ross timeless variants. And as she handed him his books, she just had to mention how she doesn't like Alex Ross and his work or whatever, and that he's terrible. To his face is like, that's not how you sell product, first of all. His art is technically good. It's just that his portraiture always comes out looking like photos of action figures. It's likely an issue with references he uses. Everyone has a lot of the one wrong opinion. And so I didn't even go super far into the debate, because I was like, you can't say it's terrible when it's totally different. Like if you're going for like a stylistic thing, but when like you're going for like photorealism or pretty close to it, if your proportions are good and your depth is good and like all these different things, and see, I didn't get to go very far into it because I said like his proportions are good, and her response was, I could draw a stick person and it'll be in proportion. Does that make it good? And I said, that doesn't make any sense. To which she replied, exactly. And then, cease of argument. I could not move forward any longer. The chess pieces had been knocked off the table into a dumpster. Yeah, I just had to share it because it was one of the most dumbfounding moments I've ever been in my life. It was absolutely speechless. And because I was like preparing my facts and like I cut out some of it. So there was a little bit earlier on. She said art is I lost the term. What is it? God, what is the? It's a common saying. Somebody help me out. When you're talking about like everybody like has different opinions in art. Art is, I cannot think of the word right now. His technical ability as an artist. Art is subjective. Thank you. God damn. Oh my god, I could not remember that word at all. It just left my whole existence. How do we? Yeah, you can have a discussion with someone who's working off a completely flawed perspective, unwilling. Yeah. Technical ability as an artist are astounding. I couldn't even say that. I was about to make a joke about how art is subjective and you're wrong. Okay, so she did say something about art is subjective earlier, and I tried to. That is a true statement. You're using it in the wrong context. But nice shot. You know, it's not just a trump card like a Uno draw 4. You know, Ross has been called. Oh my god, lost my spot entirely. The Norman Rockwell of comics. His style might not be for everyone, but he's a legend for sure. Our subject is not about technical skill; it's about what it's meant to evoke. Yeah, art is, and again, you can say art is subjective in the way of like, I just don't. Like, I don't care for Alex Ross. You can be like that. His art doesn't speak to me. Sure. That's fine. Don't like McFarlane's art, and I'm a Spidey fan. I don't care for McFarlane. Now, granted, he has some banger covers out there. Don't get me wrong. And he has... I don't know. I don't want to get into McFarlane right now. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's super overhyped. I think it's mainly nostalgia. That's where I want to... As much as I want to get into that. But yeah, it was just I tried to be like cohesive. and I was trying to take my time and explain why what she said doesn't mean what she thinks it does, but we weren't having that conversation. Cuz it's if you take an artist, I don't know if I have anything right now. Like Momoko. Yeah, everybody knows Momoko. I have a lot of Momoko stuff. No Momoko covers this week, surprisingly enough. But like if you take an artist like Momoko and say, or here's a let's just stick with Momoko. If you take an artist like Momoko, she's not. She in some areas, you know, she's technically flawed, but it's like that is part of the style, and her reasons for doing that are purposeful. In which you would say art is subjective, whether that decision was a good one or not, whether it worked artistically. What? No, yeah, no Momokos this week. It was pretty crazy. It's been a while since we had a week with no Momokos. She's always pumping out. I like how she was using that argument almost like a twisted around appeal to authority, in which the authority is herself. Are you gonna get that Danny Ketch cover one? Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, as long as it's a regular cover, I'll pick up that cover. I love her work on Ghost Rider. In general, I love when she does like dark and creepy stuff. I'm super excited for the Darth Vader story that she's gonna be doing. In Darth Vader Black, White, and Red. It's a little anthology. Well, it's an anthology series, I think. And I think each book is an anthology book in the series, I think is how it works. Rather than each book be a story. But yeah, I mean, her horror stuff is super creepy. I can't wait for that. Her Vader, what she's teased so far, looks like it's going to be a pretty sick little story. But yeah, and again, not everybody likes Momoko. Not everybody has to like Momoko. And some people can look at her stuff and see the artistic vision, and some people will look at it and be like, wow, this is just terrible. But I can't comprehend how people can look at Alex Ross and say that's terrible. I can see if you don't like it, if it's not for you, I get it. And he's not my favorite artist by any means either. I like his stuff. But honestly, on a lot of his just regular covers, I think he has a problem with being way too busy. I actually have a lot of critiques on his, like, when he, because like his timeless stuff, he's just, it's just little bus shots of everybody, which are, just kind of a cheap cover, honestly. But his technical work is there and it looks good. But when he does like a full scene and everything on a cover, I think way too much is usually going on, and like it all just kind of blurs together, in my opinion. Now, granted, not all of them. He has some amazing covers out there, amazing covers for sure. Momoko's like vegetables to me. It took a minute for me to pick it up naturally. Yeah, I mean, I like Momoko right off the bat, but I've been thinking about the statement about how some of her art is technically flawed, and when you finish this train of thought, would you circle back around to the statement and elaborate? Okay, I mean, when I say that, as far as like, well, we'll first talk about the bust covers things, because again, I think he has a lot of covers that are drawn technically well, but like the composition isn't great. There's not great movement. I'll agree he can make a busy scene. Some of his Iron Man covers have been a little much. It's funny, I think on that last run of Iron Man, his earlier covers weren't great, and near the end of the run, he had some amazing covers. Still just and again, like, still technically drawn well, but just compositionally very lacking, and muddy. And that's why I say cheat cover in that aspect of, and I guess it also just helps him to do less. Busy scenes are so hard to pull off. I've been drafting 2 covers for Marco for as many months now. I guess I read that right. Because they're so busy, it needs to get pulled off right. So you're agreeing with me about the bus shot versus busy scene shot? Saw a small preview of the Peach Vader. Looks psychological horror. I'm super pumped for it. I can't wait. That was in response to Gay Part. Do you agree with me on the bus thing or no? I feel like we're saying the same thing, and maybe I've worded it poorly. With anything art, I mean, I don't really mean that anything is easy in particular, but at least, okay, you're just teasing. Yeah, it's like it's less of a thought, It's like, I'm just gonna. This is all that I have to work with. I'm just gonna do the bust. You know what I mean? And at that point, like, it's less going on, and that's what I mean by that. Okay, so we'll wrap back around to what's the other thing you want to talk about? Where's that comment? 2 for many months. What was the thing? I lost it. I like the timeless because I know the heroes at least were a zoom in on a mural image, and that was cool. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do the same thing with the villains or not. Okay, I'd like to elaborate, circle back around to. I've been thinking about the statement about how some of her art is technically flawed. Oh, okay. Momoko technically flawed. What I mean by that, and again, I'm probably wording it terribly. Just that. Let me find some of her stuff. I know I got some around. Let me go into the great stack of comics here. There's one. Grab a few to pick from. Well, I only have one so far. Oh my god. Maybe I grabbed the wrong stack of books. Okay, my hand's getting full now, and I only have one book left. This is bull! Okay, I'm going to look through a few on the top here, and then I'm going to give up and just walk away with what I have. Okay, found one more. Okay, there's another one. And another one. Okay, that's probably fine. Flip through real quick to see if I can see another one. Alright. Apparently I don't buy my Funko covers. Alrighty, now let me catch my chat. Yeah, I know. I become a hoarder with Marco Tuesday nights at 10. Doesn't even have a stack of Mochas ready. If I go to Marvel, if I can see the full character. Oh, okay. We're talking about the timeless stuff. Okay. Yes, I know. I think you probably missed the part of the stream earlier where I was talking about I'm waiting on a particular brand of box and a particular brand of bags to come back in stock, but I'm probably just gonna have to fold and just get whatever is available because I've been waiting for a very long time now and it's very out of hand. Anyway, so that was a I love this cover. This one's so sweet. So okay, I'll try to help you find them somewhere else for you. Send me the boxes and bags. Oh no, it's fine. No, it's no big deal. I was just hoping that they would come into the shop, like we would order them, and I could get them with my employee discount and stuff like that. Particular ones I want, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just being stubborn. Just my box and had about 30 right off the top of. Well, that's like all you buy. Okay, I buy a lot of other things. Anyway, so oh my god, I'm a fake fan. What do y'all want from me? All right, Terrence, I showed you Momoko. Okay, so when I said technically flawed, again, probably not the best term. And honestly, these covers aren't like the greatest examples. She can be very abstract and not realistic, have and what I meant by this is the term, or when I said technically flawed, I meant like she can have proportions and things that aren't technically right. They're not photorealistic. Yes, I gave that to you all. Don't act like y'all won something. It was a gift. All right. But anyway, she can be cartoony. She can be very abstract. That is one thing I don't think people talk about enough with Momoko, because they just say like she's the anime artist or whatever, and that is such a poor term for her. And I don't have really great abstract examples for you without digging further in, which we're not going to be here all doing while y'all sit here and berate me as I'm looking for examples. But anyway, I mean, you all know what Momoko looks like. I didn't even need to grab examples. Yeah, I have the whole run. This is the second run of I Hate Fairyland. But she's so far has done a cover for all of them, and I've really liked them. I wouldn't have even picked up the book, honestly, if it wasn't for her awesome covers. Demon Days next and go. Especially not gonna find a Demon Days. Those are released quarterly. I love Demon. Oh, you know what? Oh, I can get y'all pretty easy, maybe. Hold on, actually, maybe not as easy as that. Where is that damn big box? Here it is. Okay. Where is that? How many of y'all got this? I know, Terrence, you have it, but that's only because I told you about it and I ordered it for you. How many of y'all have this, though? Huh? Look at this. super special. This is the full Demon Days run in a giant size issue. Look at this thing. It's massive. All right. Fake fans out here. Honestly, I hear that shit from people that aren't artists more than from people that with any artistic background, and feel like that's telling. That is such a sexy book. It's awesome, isn't it? I love it. It is so freaking cool. I can't wait until they. Hopefully, when Demon Wars is over, they'll release. I forget what this format is called. But hopefully they'll release Demon Wars as a big ass book, whatever it is. It's so freaking cool. The only thing is, like, it makes me kind of nervous. I don't want it to get beat up. Bigger things are easy to get beat up, you know. So I have it in my graded comics box. But like, let me show, like, her interior work is some really good examples of like how abstract she can be with her art. So let me find some good pages. I think, as much as I love her as a cover artist, I much prefer her as an interior artist. From the little bit of work I've seen on Demon Days, Demon Wars, and also the sneak peeks of what she's doing with Vader, I think her interior stuff is just nutty. Man, it's so cool. Any book that you really love the art in, I would think would be just so freaking cool to get in one of these giant books. But like, I don't know. There's like a lot going on here. Totally agree with you, Logan. I just realized people just use art as subjective to justify shitting on art that they don't find accessible. Yeah, 100%. It's a completely misused term 99% of the time. And I love Scotty Young, Terrence. His are just fun. Am I showing this off right? I can't see the camera. But anyway, and I'm also trying not to like bend it too far open either. I want to be protective with it. I really like this thing. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm just sitting here looking at all this awesome art. Ooh, look at this forest. It's hard to turn around to show you all. Check out that forest. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that so cool? I really like her interior stuff. But yeah, all these Demon Wars / Demon Days, super fun to read through. Despite so many years struggling to make my art accessible, I never once thought about the connection between those two things. It's really beautiful. Of what two things? Of people misusing the word? I'm confused on what you mean by those two things. Or non-art people misspeaking or whatever. Subjection versus... Okay, accessibility, I got you. I got treasury. Is that what they call that big one? I don't even know if that's called a treasury. The treasury also size well worth the money. It's even got her Electra story from... Oh, does it? I didn't even know that. Where's that at? Oh, yeah. Well, that's fun. Cool. I haven't flipped through this. Clearly. Very cool. Being subjecting or accessible. Treasury's a good... Yeah, I just don't know what it's technically called. That's bugging me now. I'm going to look it up real quick. But also, while on that... It is one of those things where, I mean, as an artist, you do want to make your things to a degree accessible, but like, for example, like with Momoko, she's extremely popular by being very divisive. And in a way, semantically, you can argue that is still very accessible to obviously such a large crowd. But it's really like digging in there and being like, these are my fans, and I know the rest of y'all are gonna hate me, but it doesn't matter. Demon Days. There's a search on here and see what pops up. I guess I could have typed in treasury. Not the trade paperback. It is called Treasury Edition. Yep. I don't know if it'll show up on the thing right. Probably way too bright. You can't see it. Anyway, it is technically Treasury Edition. Fate Finger only looks at the covers. Doesn't. I read the stories, and then I went the extra step and bought the extra big book. I read them individually as they were released. I waited over a year for that. I totally echo how dare Marco not read everything he gets. I did read it. I read those, just not that particular version of the book. That's the thing. I never really made waves in the art world until I stopped trying to make my stuff more accessible. You made waves. Hold on. You made waves in the art world until I stopped trying to make my stuff. Well, see, that's the problem with trying to be too accessible, because then you're like too safe and too boring. But I mean, that can work for some people, I feel like. But I grew up doing weird shit in a very small southern town where artists only survived off portraits of horses and children. I've read that first, and my brain is horses and chicken. So my whole background was being classically trained in oil paintings of people and animals when I really just want to draw people bleeding out. Yeah. Yeah, I got some good covers, by the way, for you to hopefully do some kind of gory stuff with. Horses and chicken. Hell yeah, awesome. You actually made me go back and reread it. I'm like, God damn it, did I misread it? Did I read it correctly and then recorrect myself incorrectly? But yeah, it's funny. I thought this was gonna be a super short stream. I'm not complaining. You're gonna say it anyway. I'm not complaining. But it was just funny in my brain. I was like, oh, this will be a super short stream. Not too much to talk about this week. Chris isn't here. Only read one book. What's gonna happen? It'll be a 30-minute stream. Sounds like dinner at Taco Bell. Oh, no. Anyway, I don't know. I think a lot of artists now, like if they get known, because there's a difference between, like, there's a lot of artists out there that put out awesome work. Like, for example, I don't think Sway gets quite the attention he deserves, despite putting out amazing covers, I think. But, like, I never hear anybody talk about Sway. Not to say, like, obviously I'm exaggerating, like some people, obviously, but, like, in comparison to some of the other really big artists, I think Sway is incredible. Sorry for the tangent, just wanted to agree about the whole divisiveness and success thing about Momoko. Fucking love that cat. Yeah, I mean, it's a great cover. Being an artist working for a corporate can a lot of times having art created that is more commercial, and I've seen a lot of artists not be themselves. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, it's a hard choice of, you can maybe go the commercial route, and that might be the most financially viable thing for you, or it can be very limiting, not just spiritually and emotionally limiting, but like, again, just strictly speaking of financial and your success in your career, in that way, it can be very limiting to you if you don't really press into a specific niche, potentially. Again, it's one of those things, like, I mean, there's a million different things you could do, and all of them have different outcomes, and blah 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 and all that shit, so it's hard to say if you started doing this, what would happen, but because different things work for different people as well. And some people, there's a lot of successful people out there that aren't big household names. Like Sprouse, for example, is constantly doing tons of Star Wars work all the time, but isn't like a huge name that people really know, but delivers just constant, very, very awesome. Like, I never look at a Sprouse cover and have any complaint about it. Like, it's always awesome or even better, you know what I mean? Sprouse always kills it, always putting awesome covers out there. But at the same time, like, I imagine, I can't say, now this is maybe a little bit of my own headcanon, but I imagine Sprouse just really loves Star Wars. because I never see Sprouse work on anything else. It's always just Star Wars. Which, if you're a big Star Wars fan, that's probably the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, he's constantly putting out new. Whenever they do a 20th anniversary or 50th anniversary or whatever, 40th anniversary, they're always doing those. They did the lightsaber variants a little while back. He did all the movie ones. So like the first Mando cover and all. He did a bunch of first appearance covers or first cover appearances for a lot of characters. Mando, Bad Batch, Bo-Katan, Gideon. Missed Human Days in singles because they were all number ones. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about when they do stories in that kind of format. Like currently, I was talking about this week, Captain America: Unforgiven comes out, and it's just confusing because like I have no idea, but it like maybe goes from like Spider-Man to I don't know what the next one is, Avengers to Captain America. I have no idea. Maybe Wolverine's one of them. I can't remember. But it's like, just make it Unforgiven as the title and make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, easy enough. Different series that got me to buy it collector. Corporate art killed my spirit so bad I chose to work retails. Oh god, that's rough. I'm gonna hop off. Alright, take it easy, man. Yeah, go read some Punisher. Tell us your story. Who was that directed to? Did I say a story? Did I say I was going to tell a story? Did I already tell the story? What happened? I forgot what I said. Or is that for somebody else? Is that for... I don't know. Also buy a gay part. What? Shit. I actually lost all train of thought while I was reading chat there. I'm going to fill out so that means there's a story to tell. Oh, okay, yeah, with Terrence. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he kind of explained it a little bit already. A little bit. Talking about having to do commercial art. But yeah, I mean, if you want to elaborate more, feel free to. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on stream, but I mean, we're living it up. We're having a blast and whatnot. Chatting, talking about comics. Also, anybody that wasn't here, this is not 100% set in stone, but I'm working on revisiting the channel memberships. Hopefully they will be set in stone next month is the plan. And the idea that I'm thinking right now is I get a short box of comics. Just DM. Okay, if y'all want to DM Mark or shit, if y'all want to DM Echo, that's fine too. And y'all can just hop out of stream, and I can, I don't know, go be sad and lonely. But anyway, channel memberships. Short box of comics. There'll be some bangers in there, kind of, varying things. Obviously, like I'll show you like the cooler stuff that'll be hidden in there. And what I'm thinking is, at the end of each month, I'll pick a channel member, and they'll get 3 picks. So like I'll put the books in there, and to be fair, I'll have Chris, who never does anything. I'll have Chris randomly pick, or actually, I was thinking like maybe just have Chris pick them out, or like. I'll do a live stream, and if that person is in the live stream that night, then I will give them the chance to be like, hey, roughly tell me where you want to grab them, and I'll still have Chris grab them or whatever, but, more in the middle, more in the front, the back, wherever, if you want to tell me roughly 4 from the front, whatever, you can tell me those kind of things if you're in the live stream. If not, Chris will just grab randomly for you. But that is the design. I just read part of chat and it influenced my speech. That is the idea that I currently have, and I need to make a decision if that's what I'm going through for the channel memberships. I want to have it start next month. That's a great idea. Hell yeah, awesome, cool. Glad that we had some positive feedback in the chat. Chris carries the stream. You are lucky there are even people here right now. Actually, we're having a pretty poppin' stream with no Chris. Thinking about getting rid of Chris entirely. I'm an artist as well, graphic designer, and got a job doing tons of design. That was what I like doing. I like to do, and doing it in a way that they wanted, which wasn't my style. I have similar stories with voiceover, which I can get into. without all of Chris's efforts building Legos, what would we watch? That's not even what we do on Tuesday night streams. I would get to where I would get to where I wound. Okay, it is wrong. Okay, it's not just me. Wound up want to win do art. Oh God, my brain hurts. And I was never like that. Where you wouldn't want to do art. Was that me or did I read that wrong? I am dyslexic, y'all. I had to get away from them and basically decided to do freelance and have people want my art. Yeah, that's always better. But I have similar kind of experiences. Not really specific stories, but please forgive me, driving and trying to... Don't be driving and typing, Terrence! How many times do we have to tell you this? Okay, so... Be careful, Terrence. I used to do the same shit. It was stupid. Don't be like me. Don't be stupid like me. Okay. But yeah, just again, nothing super specific, but like, don't be so damn entertaining. Stop typing until you get home. We're at a red light. Oh, what's up, Wahoo? I'm just screaming at people. But yeah, no, some of the voice over work that I do is like so. Some of it can be so much fun. When you really get to when someone's like, I want you to create the character and like here's what they look like and like help me find the voice for this this character, like that type of stuff can be a ton of fun. But a lot of it just comes out to being commercialized in kind of two different ways. I don't know if I'm not really saying that how I want to say that, but like I guess the commercialized aspect of it is I kind of like have like preset voices that I sell to people. Like I already have like these samples that they listen to and they're like, yeah, I want that one. And so I'm just doing voice number 4 for the millionth time. You know what I mean? For the millionth character. And that's not like super fulfilling to do. It can be fun. Different voices are different amounts of fun. And still like just because you've picked a voice, like there's still an acting aspect into it, and that'll really just depend on the quality of the script, which varies. Sometimes it can be super fun. Sometimes they wrote a really interesting character, and sometimes not so much. But the other thing that can be really just frustrating, more so, not really. I guess it's part of working in a commercial aspect, but it's not a failing of commercialism, I wouldn't say. Or on the artistic spirit, that is. But it's when they send you pictures and you think like it's a dream scenario where they're like, here's the character designs, here's the info about the character, this is what I'm going for, help me create the voice. You think it's that dream scenario that's gonna be super fun, but then you do a voice or maybe a couple voices or whatever, and you think like, oh yeah, this is like, especially when you're like, this is the character, like I got it locked down, I know how this character should sound. And they're like, nah, I don't like that at all. It's just like, and they want something super generic and just like something that's just weird that, at least in my opinion, and this is where we can roll back around to that artist subjective term, but it's just like where they put a voice where I'm like, I don't think that fits. I don't think that works for the character, but you're paying me and I have to do what you ask, I hate that people always saying, and actually I have one more thing too that's even worse than that. Saying they designed something and all they did was clip art or used a template or stole art. Yeah, and maybe add one little thing. Oh my gosh, I spent so long on this design, it took me all afternoon to find the right clip art. Look, don't you say, wow, that was so amazing, you're so inspiring. What's worse actually than what I just explained was when they give very explicit directions, deep voice, evil sounding, whatever, something like that, and I give them a deep evil voice, and then they're like, no, I want something more like this, and the voice is like, hi, how are you doing? And it's like, what? How was that deep and evil? You know what I mean? Like, you gave me exact directions, and then the example was not at all what you explained to me. And that shit is so frustrating. It makes me so mad because, especially depending on the size of the script, like I've already recorded the whole thing because I thought it was a pretty simple job. You know what I mean? Like you gave me, okay. On the reverse flip of that, there are some customers that will give you very specific instructions, and they know what they want, and they described what they actually wanted, and that's a dream. It's super simple to work with. I try to pride myself in being a voiceover artist, partly pride, partly laziness, where because I can do revisions, that is part of it as well. But I try not to do revisions. If I don't have to do revisions, I don't want to do revisions. I want to send you something that you love immediately. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to do it again. And especially, like, I mean, if I really... Because, like, sometimes a customer, or a client, maybe I should say, is unsure of what they want. And I have no problem sending samples. But when a client sounds like they know exactly what they want and they describe what they want, a lot of the times we are good to go. Like we can get in there and we can pump it out and it'll be good. They'll love it. I'll be happy. Everybody's happy. But yeah, when it's when they describe something and I do exactly what they said, and then now granted, sometimes I can do technically exactly what they said, but they still want a little bit of twist, and that's fine. That's part of the job. Sometimes it's still not quite what they wanted, and that's fine. That's where the revision process takes place. Now, granted, maybe for some people, there are some voiceover artists that probably do send samples for everything. Again, I'm lazy. If I feel like I can do it, and I have a good sensibility, and I have a pretty good track record for it, I'm just saying sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But yeah, if I can just pump it out and you're happy like that, to me that like it feels so good. You know, it's just like, damn, I'm the shit. You know. All right. I know I'm behind on shit. Clients are so frustrating to deal with. Yeah, it sucks so bad. I don't know if that sucks worse than visual artists. You know, don't have to deal with this. Probably at least as bad. I guess maybe it could be part of it. But when someone has a language barrier, that because like I get a lot of people from China, for example, and so they'll send me scripts in really broken English, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And I'll try to tweak it to the best of my ability, but some things there's no real way for me to make it sound better. It's like, this is just a bad script. This is not how people talk, you know what I mean? And a lot of it's like video game, like little mobile game things and whatever. And I'm like, this is going to be a shitty mobile game. Okay. I have one where a person gave me very specific instructions and provided reference images for how they should look, so I used those reference images, and they came back and said, why did you make them look like that? So very frustrating. I am lucky enough now that when they get to being that way, I just tell them to go somewhere else. Like, bro, you sent me a picture of anthropomorphic spider. Ooh, almost didn't get that word out. And told me to draw it, and now you're saying it was supposed to be cat girl. Yeah, that's the level I'm talking about. And it sounds ridiculous. Like, I feel like someone that doesn't work in any kind of artistic field can read that and be like, oh, they're exaggerating. And it's not. Because I know from... I've never done visually artistic commissions, but I've done my voiceover stuff, and I shit you not, like, the difference in what they ask for versus, like, a sample they send later of what they really want is so mind-bogglingly wrong in the way that they described it. Feel like Echo, my mental health has skyrocketed since I lost my studio job. To be honest, I love my coworkers, but it's great to not be beholden to amateurs in suits. If you want, you can consult me for the Chinese people's scripts. Well, because I might be able to help you interpret them better. I mean, the scripts are in English, so it's just like, you know, it's like I said, I get a lot of people. I mean, it's not just China as well. I get a lot of other ones as well. So like, I mean, for me to do that, you'd have to like have conversations with them for me, and it's not worth it. Like, because those jobs are like those. Because again, they're like 99% like obviously cheap mobile games, and they're just trying to get, so they're not like big expensive jobs either, and it would not be worth me involving you into all that. I just do the job, and it's not great work, and they accept it. Oops, I smacked the microphone. It's not that big of a deal. If I ever really had what seemed like a big issue, I might consult you about it, but it's, for what I've had issues with so far, it would not be worth it. What about when you are doing art for a group and everyone has what they want, and then you get the request to put 10 pounds of shit into the 5-pound bag? Just because there's things that don't translate well because of specific cultural boundaries. Yeah, no, I totally understand that, yeah. But I might read them and be like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Oh, shit, they are 100% meant XYZ. But yeah, no worries. Oh, man, yeah, I only do group... I only do group art for D&D gamers and stuff like that because they're the only people that ever know what they're... Oh, that's another, like, art thing that I used to do and was miserable, as I recorded music for people. And to record music for a band that has, 3, 4, 5, 6 different members, and they all have different opinions, and they all want their instrument or whatever, singing or whatever, to be the loudest thing on the record, and they all have opinions that are wrong. They're like, what if you did this? And I'm like, it would sound terrible. That's just the answer to your question. But oh man, and like to get a mix sounding really good the way you like it, and then present it to a group, and they, well, typically you wouldn't, like, I wouldn't present to a group. That'd be the problem, because like I would just show it to like whoever I had access to first. So like I get it the way I'm like, I think this sounds great. I show it to the guitarist. The guitarist is like, turn the guitar up, or do this and turn that part down or whatever. And I show it to the bass player, and the same thing, and the vocalist. And that's another thing. Bands, especially small bands, and outsourcing. Yeah, it was. And I was at one point doing 2 albums at the same time, and it was miserable, like actually soul crushing. If you know, you know. Okay, I do not. I'm so shitty with abbreviations and shit. Like, I know, thank you, for real. Hold on. Oh my God. I love you. Talk to you later. And that might be it. There might be a few more. But there's a lot. And there's been a lot that you've often sent me, and I'm just like, well, I gotta Google search that one. Makes me sound so fucking lame. Long Never is in a band, and they auditioned for an extremely big name manager. I assume there's more to the story. Flew out to Hollywood, played their best, and actually got a call back. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Oh, unless the next part of the story isn't awesome. He said, you need to kick out your vocalist. Oh. And I'll get you signed. That's so weird to me. Here's some context. All right, hit me with it. Hit me with the big lore, the big story. The vocalist refused to practice for 3 years. Okay. Did the band want to kick out the vocalist? He's 100% the broken link of the band. Okay. It's sounding all right. What do you think they did? Well, presumably they kept him. I assume that is where we're going with this. Talking about kicking him out for about 1.5 years at that point. I mean, well, here's the other question though. Like, are they real tight though? Because sometimes, like, you make a decision. It's like, might not be the best vocalist, but we've been friends for like 13 years. You know, they're all still together, and he still doesn't show up for practice, and they still just play weeknight shows. They aren't even tight. Yeah, because that's one thing. Like, and you know, not every band has to try to be making it big. Sometimes you're just playing with your best friends and making music and having fun playing at shitty dive bars, and that can be okay. Um, but yeah, if that's not even the case, that seems very strange to me. Um, Paralyzed from fear of change. See, I don't know. I mean, I'm the type of person. I think that if I was working with somebody and they had the opportunity to go farther and it was without me, like I would like to think I'd be very encouraging of that. Obviously, like it would be a massive ego blow. Like it'd be like, oh god damn it, I'm shit, and all I do is hold my friends back. Uh, um, but and in the same regard, I would feel like I would want to take those opportunities as well, because it it could also mean helping out your friends in a different way later on down the line. Now, granted, that's where you get into like maybe some talk of like just forgetting about, you know, your old friends and just moving on to the high life, you know, that type of shit. But I would like to think that I would be the type of person, because I don't have a lot of people, and this might sound a little rude, but I don't have a lot of people that I really care about. You know what I mean? Like people that, you know, you gotta be pretty tight with me to be pretty tight. If that makes sense. If you know, you know. I mean, this is like the manager of one of the biggest rap names in history. If that doesn't do it for you, IDK. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, like, I would feel like you could have access to like new opportunities and shit, and not just for yourself, but like you could maybe help out your friends, and like even though they're not getting that instant gratification, an instant success, like you could maybe help them find something else later on down the road. Hook them up with, you know, maybe you hear like some band needs whatever, a bassist or whatever, and you're like, I know a really fucking good bassist that has nothing going on. You know, shit like that is the way that I think of it. I try to be very realistic about it, and there is, because I feel like there is a lot of people that if you are tight, you're like, no, we can't, you know, I can't leave behind these guys, you know what I mean? But I do think, I don't know, I other people can, like I said, very clearly have different opinions on that. I want to talk about something else, but I can't right now. But hey, what's up, Paul? There's something else that I'll be working on in the near future, and I'll be working on that with someone. I guess I can say I'll be. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just say that. And if you know we do that collaborative work, thank you very much. I don't have my lights on in the back right now. I thought this was going to be a very short stream. I thought this was going to be like a half-hour stream. And so I was like, I'm not going to put the lights to light up the back there. I was like, I'm going to be lazy, do a little quick half-hour stream. But we've just been talking. Any hoot. So I'll be doing a collaborative project very soon. And if, for example, if in that project, the other person that I'm working with were to get recognized and something great were to happen to them, I'd be like, yeah, you go do that. You don't have to wait for me. You know, there's no, you know, again, I mean, it'd be nice if maybe you were able to help me out later on down the line. But even if you weren't, like, I wouldn't want to hold them back. You know, like, if they can go do great things, then go do great things. Like, I don't know. I couldn't do that to somebody, and I would be very, very assertive in trying to push them. But that's how I view it. I don't know. It would have been nice if Gapehart was still in the chat to get his opinion on that, since he is in a band. But the only thing that I think counteracts that is it maybe if you're really really tight with the people you're in a band with, and you're like, I just can't envision doing the music, especially like music, because like music language is so weird. Like it's something to me that's so hard to explain, but there's certain musicians that I can instantly, the first time I've ever played with them, we can just jam and make like all these different parts of a song and like just go crazy in a jam. Nothing planned out, but we can feel it. We have this language between ourselves and our music to where we just know how to work together. And then there's other people that no matter how hard I explain exactly what I'm trying to do, they just don't get it. And so like if you had a really tight crew you were really good friends with, and like you all just vibed off each other so well, I could understand that. Like not wanting to break that up. A bro move would be to let the band make moves without you, even if it sucks. But if you don't even show up to practice, then do you really care? Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a difference. Your situation you were talking about was obviously very different. I mean, honestly, that situation was like, oh, yeah, screw that guy, you know? It wasn't even, we're going to do this, you know, and we wish you the best. It wasn't one of those moments, you know, from how you explained it. But yeah, if I was, you know, working with somebody musically or otherwise, and like I said, big things started, you know, presenting opportunities for them, I would be like, yes, please go do that. That's so freaking cool. You know what I mean? Like, definitely go do that. And I would hope there'd be no hard feelings if it were the other way around. That's just how I've always viewed it. Send you a snap of an art I did for you. I want to see your reaction before you get off stream. Is it a cover? Because I'm not supposed to see the covers unless, like, you really need me to. We can't. I mean, it's not a dead set rule. No, not a cover. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine then. Wait, you want to see your reaction before you get off stream? Yeah, okay. Did you send it to me already? My phone's on vibrate, but I don't think so. Also, am I allowed to show it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's sweet. I can't zoom in. I hate Snapchat. I really don't like Snapchat. You can show it? Okay. Sweet. Let me turn my brightness down, because otherwise it'll just be ugly and bright. And are you usually on around this time? Not really. Actually, probably yes. Probably yes is the answer. We're not supposed to be. So the idea of Tuesday streams is to show off the new comics of the week, talk about what we read, because I work at a comic shop. We get to read our stuff a little early, because the new comic book day is tomorrow. But anyway, so we talk about the books so people can have an idea of what to buy and where. I'm going to show this off before Snapchat makes it go away and I can't find it anymore. But what exactly is that, like a little, like how big is it, I guess, is my question. Because I can't tell, obviously, from the picture. I'm trying to, like, there's no real it looks like it's like in a sketchbook or something, maybe. Or maybe it's just on a big piece of paper. I can't tell. Where's the comic shop? I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. It's called Pops Comics and Collectibles. And yeah, so that's the point of oh, it looks bigger than 7 by 5.5. That's fun. Well, thank you very much, Echo. I very much appreciate it. It is super, super cool. I bet I could put that. I bet I could put that like right there. Maybe. Well, it'd have to be big enough not to where the door would hit it, because I would hate for if like the power goes out and somebody comes down. Yeah, okay, I'll have to rethink about that. Maybe that's not a great spot. It has a twin piece. Ooh, very cool, very cool. Is that a surprise or is that not done yet? Or one Ivy, one Howard. I think very, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna explain my stream time schedule. It's very, very loose. Every Tuesday night though, so we go on at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Talk about our books, and it's supposed to be like only like roughly an hour long. Usually we end up going a lot longer than this. My brother's usually with me as well. Not here today, not feeling well. But it's really hot in this room too. I should have turned my fan around. Lost my train of thought. But anyway, so that was supposed to be the shorter stream, which I guess still technically it is. And then Sunday nights, sometimes on Saturdays if I know ahead of time I'm not going to be able to make it happen on Sunday. But Sunday nights are we start at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's our community hangout night where kind of anything goes. Sometimes we play video games. Sometimes like we might get some action figures and open them up and show them off and stuff like that. We'll do Lego builds. Just whatever we want to do, we'll end up doing. Make sure to tune in. I appreciate that very much. But yeah, so Sunday nights are just kind of wild, and like I said, they start at 8, and those can, like, I think last week's was like almost a 6-hour stream or something. Or no, that was the week before. I don't know how long last week's was. That was when we played Ultimate Chicken Horse, which I would like to do again this week as well. Chris is an absolute gem, and every stream without Chris is, oh my god, a little sad. Okay, I thought you were gonna attack me. I didn't finish reading it. I thought you were gonna say like just a terrible stream. I'm very excited. You didn't answer me though. Is the can I save this picture? I don't know how Snapchat works. I can save it in chat. Can I take a snapshot of it or a screenshot of it? Okay, I took a screenshot of it. I beat you, Snapchat. I think it tells you or something, but I don't care. Oh, you did a video too. I'll watch it through the video here. Unless I'm not supposed to be. Oh, well, it's gone. Oh no, you saw my Snapchat contacts, which include my youngest brother and Team Snapchat and Echo. I am a pitiful man. I'll try to be less sleepy next time we play. Yeah, so next time we want to do custom game modes. We have some really fun ones from before, and we could also maybe try to come up with some other new ones. Because you can, I don't know if we explained it before or after you left, I can't remember. But you can, there's all the different items, and you can choose which ones to remove. So like we used to do a game mode that was like only cannons and black holes. That was one we really, really enjoyed. Because the black holes will pull you in, so you can actually use them. So like you use a cannon, and then like maybe you need to go a little higher, so we'll put a black hole there to like lift you up in a slightly different angle, but it's also dangerous because it can just kill you. So that's a super, super fun one. We did cannons and arrows, because if a cannon shoots, or if an arrow shoots into a cannon, the arrow will get redirected wherever the cannon's going, and then it'll hit another cannon and like just be bouncing around all over the place. That can be really crazy. So yeah, hopefully the first stream we did was kind of a testing ground. Here, get your feet wet. Here's how to play the game. And the next one we'll should be getting into some even more fun things. Sounds chaotic. Can be. You can also, in a very simplistic way, just play like the basic what we did, but take out, like, there was a lot of like boring blocks in there and things that we don't really like. And also just increase the percentage of like how often things show up and stuff like that. So you could have like a normal game, but cannons show up more often, or black holes show up more often or something. And, get rid of some of like the boring, like the one single square and stuff like that. Just to have better stuff show up more frequently. I think also we're thinking about hosting a story-driven horror suspense game where some viewers could join if they wanted. That's mainly y'all's thing. I don't know. I'm down. I just don't know anything about it. If you want to tell me more about it or whatever, if you just want to make it happen, then I'll just show up, I guess. I don't know, even though it's my stream. Only because I'm the person that owns said game, I don't have anything to do with the channel. Echo owns the channel and owns me, actually. In fact, there's a stamp right on my ass that says property of Echo. I just woke up one day and it was there. And legally, I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. So, just kind of, got to play the hand you're dealt. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's about a rough rundown of everything. Do you have a channel? Kinda. I'll let Echo elaborate more, but if they want to, however they want to. Also, Echo. We can talk about this more later. It's not really necessarily a stream thing, but I think you should maybe consider starting like a new Instagram where you're just like showing off your comic covers and stuff that you're doing. Unless you did one and didn't tell me about it. Because I think it'd be cool though, and I think it could maybe help you gain more traction. I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day, like trying to help you like get more people. Echo does amazing artwork, by the way. They started doing sketch covers for me, and they're incredible. But yeah, just trying to think of like more ways to get that shown, but also like I don't know, like it just depends. Like, if you want, there's benefits obviously to having it as a separate thing to like cater towards a comic crowd, because you like I have a lot of other art, and it's like that kind of shows more things that you can do. So it's like I don't know. It's just a thought. You don't have to do anything I ever say. That's a good idea. I don't really want to post them on my normal art IG, but also I have a hard enough time keeping up with social media. I could help you if you wanted. I wouldn't mind. Again, we can talk more about that later. But I do want more people to see your art. I want to help. I think you should be getting 20. I can be your manager. Yes. My current profile is like fully in-game dev and concept art stuff, so it makes sense. Okay, cool. I said the idea and then backtracked hard because I'm just like, God, all my ideas are stupid. But then you liked it. I'm like, fuck yes, I'm a genius. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. We can talk more about that later. But I think you should be getting like commission works like a bajillion times a day. I need to send you more money. Anyway, I can't wait. This doesn't have to happen, and I need to send you more money, obviously. But do you think there's a chance that I could get some more covers in before my birthday? Because I was thinking, it doesn't have to happen if you're rushed, whatever. But I was just trying to think. Now, granted, I know I'm going to a convention that day, which is already going to be super awesome. But I was trying to think, like, how cool would it be if then, like, I did, like, a live stream or something? Well, I don't know if I'd want to do a live stream or a video. Anyway, that part doesn't matter. But, if I did, like, an opening of the next batch on my birthday, that'd be freaking sweet. That'd be pretty awesome. I have a backlog, actually. I have more work requests than I can keep up with. Okay, well, that's cool. It still doesn't mean you don't deserve more, though. You deserve the world, Echo. That'd be no problem. Oh, that'd be so cute. I'll try to get that package to you by then. Okay, and I need to send you another package, too. I have so many more things to send you. Yeah, I gotta get on that. But I gotta get you... I think I told you already. And I don't know if any of the local people are still here. I know Gabe Hart left already. But I'm trying to get you... There's a store here called Casito. And they're a cookie store. They also sell... I've never actually been to the actual store itself. I need to rectify that. Hey, Terrence is still here. Yeah, Terrence, you need to send stuff too. But Terrence, I'm sure you've had Casito cookies before. They're incredible. There's these giant cookies. They're delicious. And because they sell them like everywhere in the city. There's all kinds of stores that sell them. And then they also have brownies that they sell. And there's a peanut butter blondie brownie that is like one of my favorite things ever. They're hard to find because like they sell them at the Walgreens next to my house, and like they're always sold out of all the cookies and brownies and stuff. But every now and then I find them. But I really want to send you one, and they're like in a package and everything, so like it should be good to go through the mail. But yeah, I really want to send you one because they're like just the greatest things ever. Their cookies are really good, and their brownies are really good. But their peanut butter blondie brownies are like on this whole other level. They're off the screen. like stonks, right? Yes, so good. See, Terrence knows. Terrence knows. Do you know about the peanut butter blondie brownie though? Because like that has no right being that good. And it was weird to me. I didn't ever think I would like a blondie brownie better than a regular brownie, because I'm all about chocolate brownies, you know, like, and even a peanut butter and chocolate, peanut butter and chocolate, but the blondie peanut butter, I have no idea why it's so good, but it is. But yeah, that is partially what's been holding me up on sending you another batch of blanks and other random things like, you know, Catwoman covers and whatnot. But yeah, I need to get around to doing that. Yeah, they're delicious. And if you ever come here, we'll have to definitely get you some if I don't send you some beforehand. I want to send you some. Hopefully I can find some. Literally, I went today and they had one crumbled cookie left. That was it. And the big display thing. There was just one crushed, destroyed cookie. Isn't there a store in front of the Highlands? I've never been to that one. I need to go. I've just actually always gone to, like, because Walgreens always sell them. What's that burger shop? Home Run Burger, even though Home Run Burger sucks now. They used to be good, and I used to, oh man, I get a burger, they're awesome fries, and a Casito brownie to top it off, and it was just the best day ever. And even farther back in the day, they had apple juice to go with it. The mental image of an empty case except for one crushed, destroyed salad cookie. It's pitiful. It's pitiful. And that's the usual, like, that's usually what I find left. Because I need to learn what days they get restocked on. When I was at Walgreens today, and Chris was buying something. I wasn't buying something, but we were together. And the cashier was so grumpy and just rude. I asked the dude, I was like, what day do your cookies, your Casito cookies come in? They're always empty, you know. And I kind of laughed it off, you know, like, oh, you know, they're always sold out whenever I show up. And he was like, I have no idea. And then just went next, like on to the next guy in the line, which was only one person behind us. It's like not like I was holding up a big line or anything. Chris actually wasn't even done ringing up. Like he threw his stuff in the bag and he was like, "Be gone, you heathens." It was so so just like rude. And apparently he said something rude to Chris too. He said, because like there's a little, when you're you know paying on the card, it's like, do you want to donate to charity or whatever? And Chris clicked no, and he went, of course. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's like 20 cents or not even that probably. I didn't have any of these places, but they sound awesome. Yeah, Casito cookies are incredible. When I was at Walgreens, Chris was there. I wasn't getting anything. Chris needed something. Please, I swear, I never go to Walgreens. You have to what? I go to I mean, not all the time, but I mean decently, I guess. We were on our way home from work, and I was driving, and Chris doesn't drive. I guess your guy was just having a rough day. I hope he's doing. I've never seen him up there before. There's a lot of people. I mean, because we've been in the same location for like 20-something years now. So I mean, I've gone to this Walgreens for a long time. I know a lot of the people that usually work there. The way you said it was just really funny. I don't know. Sometimes I just explain needless details in a story that add nothing to it. I don't know. It's just the way my brain works. It's just like, you gotta say this. This is a pertinent part of the story, you know? But I don't know. Well, maybe that's what I'll do in the membership mystery box. I'll put a Casino brownie in there. Oh, man. They say that adding needless details to a story is a sign of lying. Oh, my God. Why is it always on the offensive with me? I'm just stupid. Can that not just be an option? Why do you all always go to such extremes? I could actually put a brownie in the mystery box. I don't know. I'd have to, like, put it somehow, like, on a comic and just put, like, a sticker on front of the comic that says, you also win a brownie. And then I'd have to go buy a brownie. Chris isn't here to make my attacks funny. I mean, you probably think they're funny anyway. Well, there's also, like, I don't know. There's less people to dogpile on me. There's no gay part anymore either. I haven't seen Super Baby in a long time. Actually, I think it's been the stream schedule shift. I don't think we've really seen maybe Super Baby like that first stream back. Maybe that was it. So that's what's kind of unfortunate. Like, no matter what time you stream, there's always going to be people that can't make it. Part of me is like, maybe I should, like, include another stream night. Like, maybe do Friday night or something. And I'm like, oh, it can just be a really quick one. But I know me. This is my short 30-minute stream tonight. And here we are. 2 hours later. So, I don't know. I just got a lot of things to do. And a lot of things that I should have done already and haven't. So, I don't know. But I would like to, I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I feel bad for switching the streams up. And some people not being able to make it and stuff. But I don't know. Gotta do what works best for me. I really do enjoy the Sunday streams, though. Like, it's so much, like, having an extra hour between getting off work and starting the stream is, like, so nice. There's been a lot of adjustment to the new stream schedule, but it's okay as long as you guys are better off for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is definitely, like, a lot easier. But also, I don't know. I feel like there's, like, a lot. I don't want to say a lot less, but I feel like there has been a decline. Obviously, I mean, I was off YouTube for like a month, which isn't that long, but like, it's been and I haven't been making it like as many. I was pumping out videos, and now I'm just like mainly streaming and like putting out a video every now and then. But really, it's just streaming. Would Paul leave me here if you didn't change streams? Yeah, that's true. That's one of the other things. It's like maybe I should just stream every day 24/7, then everyone will catch it eventually. Or it wouldn't be special and nobody would care. Like, I can hop in the stream at any time. I'll go do something else instead. I don't know. I feel like the stream is like definitely gone on longer than anticipated. Rambled about a lot of cool things. Had some only recount. God, if y'all had to watch me, y'all know I'm blind as shit. So if y'all had to watch me, like, sit here and read comics, and I'm, like, doing this, slow as shit. What a terrible stream that would be. Oh, man. What a terrible, like, streaming experience. And I'd miss, like, 40 million messages by the time I get done reading the book. Time in the stream once enough people have had leave that the chat is mostly just my name. Yeah, I do enjoy talking to you though, but I mean I can just do that on Snapchat. But yeah, I mean, people definitely stay up later on the weekend streams, and that's partially why like I don't like doing it on Sunday, because I feel like if I did it on Saturday, you got great energy for late. Oh, this is not late for me. I'm gonna be up probably until like 4 in the morning at least. I'm a night owl, but even like early in the day I'm like a sloth. I'm like I'm never awake fully. But where's it going? I lost my train of thought. You just have great energy. I don't know, not all the time. Oh yeah, but like if I did it on Saturdays or Fridays or something, then like most people would probably be off the next day, so they'd be enticed to stay up later. Because I feel like I always have a lot of people like, oh, I gotta get off, hop off stream and I gotta go to work, gotta go to sleep and shit. So, but like Sunday just works so much better for me because I'm off on Mondays, so like that's my next day that I'm off. Oh, excuse me. I want to watch the new books post and head to bed. Good night. See, look, everybody's going to bed. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so jealous of his energy sometimes. Do you think I have a lot of energy? I feel so old and decrepit. I don't know. And that's like, you always make fun of my sigh at the end of the stream. And because, like, it is, a lot of, like, mainly, like, mental work to make sure that I am engaging during the entire stream. So then a lot of times when I get to the end here, and then I'm messing around with OBS, and I'm just like, it's not really like, it's just like a sigh of like, I'm tired. I don't know if I actually said bye to Terrence. I think I just commented on the fact that he was leaving. Goodbye, Terrence. But yeah, I don't know. I know you always make fun of me with good faith and whatever, but I totally get that. But I also will never not comment on the site. Yeah, I know you do. Honestly, I try not to now. And see, part of the thing is like, OBS didn't used to be like this, I don't think. But when I go over here, I click stop streaming. And then I also have to go, so I have OBS on one screen, I go to my next screen to YouTube because I have to click stop streaming on there as well. And I have to time it because I say bye. That's partly why I always do the little thing like that, is because so I can watch the stream. And then I can notice, okay, I've done that, now I can actually end the stream over here. And then I go back over here and I notice OBS is still streaming. And then I'm like, damn it. Because it's like, it pops up like a "Are you sure you want to stop streaming?" thing, which it didn't used to do, and like I'm so like muscle memoried in. Not comment. I am on a show on Saturday nights. Spine Ticks. I've heard of the show. I haven't watched it. Saturday 8 p.m. I should be good to. Oh, it's a Pacific time. I don't know what that is in Eastern time. I have to figure that out, or Echo can tell me. We talk comic books, sport cards, Pokemon, and other geek cultures. I'm so far behind on my. My other comic content watching because a little while back I was going like full steam on YouTube. I was making like 3 videos a week. I was doing a live stream. I was watching a bunch of other people's channels and their videos and live streams and everything. I was like heavy into it, and then I was doing a bajillion other things, and then I got overwhelmed. And then I took like a month off where I didn't make any videos. I didn't watch any comic videos. Like I was just out of it. I was not doing any comic anything. And then, well, I mean, I was still reading comics, but like no YouTube comic stuff. And then now that I'm back into it, I'm like so much slower into, like, I'm not making a bunch of videos. I'm just doing live streams really. Sometimes making videos. And then like I watched some videos, and like I did watch a live stream actually before I hopped into my live stream tonight. But it's been kind of unusual. Like I haven't really been keeping up and thinking about who's doing what and when, and I've actually been kind of getting some other work done. Crazy as that sounds. Let's see. I'm not as big into the comic scene as everyone else here. What does spine ticks mean? Sounds like an industry thing. Yeah. So a spine tick is like when you get on in the theory. That is a lot. I got burned out. Yeah, definitely got burned out. 9 p.m. Right now Pacific for you. Okay, so 8 p.m. would be an hour before now, so it'd be like 11 p.m. on Eastern time. I should be good if I could. Is it on your channel or is it on? Yeah, it's on your channel, and it's just called Spine Ticks is the name of the show, right? I want to make sure I got that right, so I know where to go and where to find it. Because I've heard of the show, and it's one of those things. Like, oh, I need to check that out eventually, and then but anyway, so a spine tick is when I don't want to fully demonstrate, but like if you get a like a bend basically in the comic, and you can like visibly see it, and there's you have non-color breaking and color breaking spine ticks, and basically just a color breaking spine tick is when it folds and actually gets rid of some of the ink because of that, and then a non-color breaking you can you can press both of them back out, but ideally a non-color breaking you can press back out and it's like nothing ever happened, which is nice when it can happen, but not always the case. Sometimes you press them out and there's still evidence, and sometimes honestly even when it doesn't break color, if like especially like it's an older book, like if it's a book from the 60s and it's been sitting with that spine tick in it for since the 60s or 70s, and like it's just been chilling that way for so many decades, like you can press it and do all these different treatments to it and hydrate the pages and all kinds of stuff, and sometimes you still just can't, like the fold or wherever, because not just spine ticks but other things might just form back into it. It's just that's just the way the paper is now. I only do 1 or 2 videos a week, some shorts, and just the show on Saturday nights. No, not my channel. Spine Ticks is its own channel. The host is Sith Lordly. Okay, I've heard that name too. Echo sending me things. Is that just another picture of the same thing? Okay, cool. I was like, am I tripping? Is there not another message here? Okay. Spine Ticks. I'm gonna follow you right now. Make sure I'm on my thing. Okay, Spine Ticks. I will try to check you out. Subscribe. Yeah, that sounds fun. So is the spine text only Oh, you play Hearthstone? I used to be super into Hearthstone. Unless I'm on the wrong channel. Let me see. Let me go to lives. Spine Ticks Comic King. Okay, I'm on the right. I used to be super into Hearthstone. I put a lot of money into Hearthstone. And then I was just like, I need to chill. I need to chill, but it's been a while. Yeah, so check it out. Sorry, I sent that a while ago when you asked for a picture. Oh, I just screenshot it, but I mean, I'll take this picture too. Snapchat's just weird to me. I don't fully understand it, but I appreciate it. It's really nice. I will definitely have to. Oh, I can save it in chat. Okay, I'll do that, and then figure out more later. I mean, I'll eventually just get the real thing. I presume, unless it was just a tease. This is what you could own. But yeah, I don't know. I like saving pictures. What was I going on about? Oh yeah, but anyway, Hearthstone. Yeah, I used to be super into it. I used to be super into it, and then I kind of stopped a little while after they did Battlegrounds, I think, which was a lot of fun. I played Battlegrounds for like quite a while, and then I tried to like ride that out to where like I still wasn't like buying the new packs, because I'd buy like so many new packs, and I probably, if I on my account, I probably had so much dust. I had so much stuff on there. Like every time a new set would come out, I would pick my most fun, like, legendary that I thought was cool and just craft a gold version of it. Like, I was nutty. The game was spent too much money. I like saving pictures, real 5 head hours. I don't want to attack me. Right channel, but don't play Hearthstone. That is a Sith channel. My channel is the same as my name. Okay, cool. But so that one is the channel. Wait. I don't know. I was just looking at it, and my phone's dimmed from earlier. So this one's just called Spine Ticks. Actually, I guess I'll just leave it dimmed. Yeah, this one's Spine Ticks. This is the right channel for the show, Spine Ticks. But then for you, Paul... Ugh. Okay, and that's you, presumably. I'm going to hit subscribe. Cool. Unless that's the wrong channel. Marco has 3 brain cells, but he shares them with us, so it's all sweet. Look, sometimes I have even less than that, alright? Look, I try so hard for you. I try to have rational thoughts so goddamn bad. I think it is about time to hop off. Mainly because I want to go turn my fan up, and that might be loud for the microphone. But yeah, I don't think I have any news. Hopefully the plan is to play more Ultimate Chicken Horse on Sunday stream. I want to do some more YouTube shorts. I actually have some I want to do. I know exactly what I want to do, but I just haven't filmed them yet. I need to film them at the shop, and I keep forgetting. But I got some really cool books to show up at the shop. Actually, we've sold some of them. Some of the ones that I wanted to show you all, and they're gone now. What was the really cool? We had a Werewolf 32 signed by Al Milgram, and what was the other really nice one? God, I can't remember. We had another really nice slab that I can't remember. But anyway, you'll be there Sunday. Sweet. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.